If you're looking for a region in Italy that has it all, Puglia has ancient hilltop towns, lush countryside, and endless kilometres of Mediterranean coastline.
So we've just driven for 6 hours from our accommodation in Tuscany. I've just got to Matera and checked in, and this city is so incredible, so different to anywhere I've experienced before. And we're in this cool cave, so come check it out.
Matera is actually just above Puglia, but is a must-see if you are visiting the region. The town is made up of twin-side cliff settlements collectively known as the Sassi. The cave dwellings are cut into the rock and create a really unique cityscape.
At the turn of the 20th century, Matera was overcrowded and a hotspot for disease. Nicknamed the Shame of Italy, it was evacuated in the 50s and has since been restored.
You can visit some of the cave churches and recreation of a typical cave house at Casa Grotto del Castelnuovo. Matera is such a special spot and a destination that we highly recommend putting on your list.
Talk about postcard views, this is incredible. We've got the church built into a rock which we're about to go explore in a few minutes, but this just gives you such a good vantage point over all of these rock buildings. And we had dinner somewhere straight down there last night, and I had an awesome view back here during the sunset where we saw all these people on the viewpoint all through the night. So we've just driven from Matera, which is about an hour and 45-minute drive, to Ostuni, which is going to be our base in Puglia for the next 4 days. It's known as the White City, and you can probably see why behind me. Driving in, it was just like this mountain of white buildings, and from here you've just got all of these white buildings, then the green of like 10 kilometres probably to the ocean of all these olive trees, a sea of olive trees, and you've got the blue of the actual ocean. It looks stunning here from the top of our really nice actually Airbnb, which is pretty affordable, so we'll put the link below of where we stayed, but we're using this as our base because it's pretty central. We're going to go to Barabello, which is where all the town of Chulis are, and then we're also going to spend a day over in Polignano a Mare, which is a nice beach and lookout point, and do a boat ride through there as well. And then within about a 15-minute drive of Ostuni here, there's hundreds of incredible beaches, so we'll spend a bit of time at the beach as well. But it's already been just such an amazing view here on the top of this terrace. We're excited to explore Ostuni and then the surrounding Puglian area.
We spent most of our time in Ostuni getting lost in the whitewashed alleys of the old town. This medieval city is surrounded by white walls and is speckled with a load of great options for restaurants and bars. We particularly enjoyed having a drink on the terrace at Borgo Antico, overlooking the traditional olive oil farms and the coastline in the distance.
We really liked this casual pizza restaurant so much that we went 2 nights in a row. It's called Codice Abate Pizzeria. It is located in the main piazza.
They really do look like food. So what are we trying?
So they're called Tête de Monache. Sorry, Tête de Monache, which roughly translates to nun's boob. As you can see, they're not matching, but so we've got a Nutella and a pistachio. I'm gonna try the pistachio.
Does it taste heavenly?
Second best boob I've had on this trip.
Alberobello is the only inhabited town with an entire district of Trulli. It is certainly the best spot to see the interesting conical houses. We recommend finding a shop terrace to enjoy this unusual view away from the crowds. So we're in Albero Bello. It is an adorable town just full of Trullo. It is so cute, so quintessentially Puglian.
And it seems like it's very quiet and no people around at the moment, but
There's
that
so
is
many.
definitely not the case. We found like a hidden little corner here to be able to take this video, so don't be tricked by the social media. It is super, super busy. There's people everywhere.
We decided to spend the next day coastal town hopping, starting at Monopoly, which is a town on the coast of Puglia known for its fishing village and Baroque architecture. We enjoyed our walk on the beach and through the old city, and we only needed around an hour and a half here. Our next stop was Polignano a Mare, which is a charming town perched upon a cliff above crystal clear waters. The main attraction here is the breathtaking beach, where we very much enjoyed a swim, but highly recommend reef shoes to protect against the rocky shores. We finished up our day with a spectacular boat trip along the shores of Polignano a Mare. The trip was the perfect end to a perfect day, where we drank Prosecco and enjoyed the town from a different vantage point. The boat took us into a number of blue caves, and we even had a stop to jump into the beautiful blue water. This was well worth the €30 that it cost.
I've been sent on another early morning focaccia run because we got them yesterday. These onion focaccias are just incredible. So I'm sure I'll be here again tomorrow until we leave, trying them every morning. But definitely come here when you're in Ostuni for authentic Italian focaccias, and the onion ones are the best.
We were spoilt for choice when picking a beach for our beach day in Puglia. We settled with Costa Malata, which was a series of 3 coves and has some of the clearest water we've ever seen. It was super low-key and seemed to be a local spot. We spent our whole day here resting up before a big travel day to a new destination tomorrow.
We only covered a small slice of Puglia and easily could have spent weeks exploring this underrated Italian region. We were sad to leave, but excited for the final leg of our Italian road trip.